So the configuration we just done the previous videos with was a 3-leg chain configuration with a pad spread of 8 meters for panels up to 16 meters of normal core thickness. As I mentioned in a previous video, there are quite a few number of configurations we can assemble the Cladboy CB4 in, which will lift panels up to 26 meters and even on occasion longer than 26 meters. We just want to demonstrate how to assemble some of those configurations. Again, this is a dry run through, and some of the features we're showing you will apply to all the different configurations. But again, to repeat myself, you will be provided with a configuration drawing to suit the panels that you're lifting, and it's very important that you follow that configuration drawing, which will place the suction pads and the chains at certain positions along the configuration. And if you have any difficulty with that at any time, you need to contact us without delay, because using an incorrect configuration again will cause damage to the machine or the panel, or it could result in an accident. So now we're going to show you a configuration that has intermediate suction pads. This is what you would use for very long panels or for very flexible thin cord panels, for example. So now we've got the machine in the cradle. We've got one extension bar at each side of the machine, and then we're going to put an intermediate roof set on there, an intermediate cross arm with suction pads. Now it's different from the one that goes on the end because the collar itself hasn't got any reducers on it, and it can just slide along the actual extension bar. So you need to locate that in there, and then you can put some additional extension arms beyond that. So this will provide support for the panel along its length to make sure that you don't get any sag of panels. So Gabe got that in the wrong position there. We just relocated it into the correct position. So it goes onto the second hole in, and then you extend the configuration with the extension arms as normal, locking and pinning into position. And if we assemble this to the same overall length as previously, that still only allows you to lift a 16-meter panel, but this is the configuration you'd use for panels which are a little bit more flexible. A good example of that would be Kingspan top deck or thin cord panels as well. And when we say thin cord, we mean anything a little less than less than an 80 mil cord. So we're assembling it, putting the chain collar on the 4th bar, the final roof cross arm. Again, just to draw the distinction between this roof cross arm and the intermediate cross arm, this has got a reduced section here, so it won't slide along the bar, whereas the intermediate one hasn't got that reduced section. It allows us to slide it along to the correct position. And then the safety strap will go in the end again. And obviously you connect all the hoses up through the machine. We won't do the whole assembly right now because we can't do a lift on this. And the chain, the long legs of the chain will come down and locate in the chain collar. And I just want to show you how you connect these intermediate suction pads to make sure that vacuum reaches those pads. So as you're connecting the hoses along the extension arms as normal, you'll find as part of the kit these inline T-pieces, we call them. Right, I'll just show you that close up there. Yep, okay. So that connects in the actual hose line that goes along the extension arms, exactly as Neil's showing you. And then the hose from the suction pad connects onto the 3rd outlet there. So it's pretty straightforward. Again, it happens with all the intermediates, so you'll get 4 of those inline T connectors for an intermediate roof set. So now we've got all 4 suction pads of this side of the machine connected to the machine, and the same on the far side. Okay. So that will be, again, up to 16 meters, but a flexible panel, flexible either by panel type or by core thickness. And this is an example of an intermediate roof set configuration. Now, as the configurations extend in length, The position of the intermediate roof set may vary slightly, and as panels get very long, we introduce the idea of an intermediate safety strap set as well. And we'll just rejig this and show you how we mount that. So I'll stop this video and show you another video with that in position.